Now let's go to the Three Gorges Dam in the city of Yichang in central China's Hubei province. Our reporter Zhou Jiaxing visits a botanist renowned for conserving thousands of rare plants.
In the wooded mountains along China's longest river, the Yangtze, more than 1,200 strains of rare plants have entered botanist Huang Guiyuan's rescue radar within the past 3 decades. The 49-year-old CPC member's fieldwork covers an area of 55,000 square meters around the nation's greatest reservoir, the Three Gorges Dam in the city of Yichang, and ridges of 660 kilometers upstream.
Many plants here originated from the Himalayas. They fit in with Hubei's climate and geography, making it a place of great natural resources with more than 6,000 higher plants, so rich in biodiversity. And I feel quite committed to studying and conserving them.
Climate change and human activity, including the construction of the reservoir, have sparked ex situ conservation, which is to maintain endangered plants outside their natural habitat. Some of the rarest plants emerging from the dinosaur era were believed to be extinct. Huang's discovery of them has surprised the world.
We spotted a strain of this back in 1990s. We spent around 2 years monitoring its growing conditions before moving it back to the simulation environment in our garden. Artificial cultivation was applied. Now there are about 50,000 of these. And this strain can only be seen here across the whole of Asia. We also found it in the reservoir area. Experts argue that it was extinct as well. We made an all-out research effort. We had to apply clone and tissue culture technology since its spores failed to breed in the earth.
But before the time-consuming effort, the process of finding rare flora can be difficult and risky. Heavy rains and loads and a lack of food as a part of a 3-month-long hike amid snakes and leeches. A cliff hidden beneath thick undergrowth almost led to Huang's death in 2015.
It was above 2,000 meters high. I missed my step over some slippery leaves and tumbled downwards for at least 700 meters. I felt my mind go blank and thought it was over. Then a tree stopped me.
Having blackout for 3 hours, Huang woke up in the hospital. Doctors warned she may spend the rest of her life in a wheelchair, but she didn't agree.
I believed it was impossible because I was certain to stand on my own feet and go on with my field work. I tried walking 3 days after the operation. My legs were badly swollen. I practiced with a stick and my tiptoes back and forth in the corridor. I returned to work 3 weeks later and was back in the mountains within 3 months. My family members all said I'm crazy, so did my colleagues.
Huang joked about the time she was turned away from restaurants when they walked in full of mud after days of field work. On a more encouraging note, on a visit to the Three Gorges Dam, Chinese President Xi Jinping, also General Secretary of the CPC Central Committee, praised their work.
The General Secretary said our job significantly benefits future generations. I said to my team that we have to work around the clock to cultivate new varieties and protect more of our plants, and not to anger the earth so there are less epidemics and disasters.
Huang hopes more rare plants from the nursery garden can become rooted and breed in the wild, and that tourists coming to the dam can enjoy the beautiful and diverse greenery.
We always have surprises and new discoveries, so I will keep doing my job. I might stop when I really cannot walk, but as long as it allows me to, I will continue. When I'm retired, I'd like to organize people who love plants to do it.
Zhou Jiaxing, CGTN, Yichang.